I'm a little late, we're all the way into February, which is 2 months after 2018, but oh boy, I haven't even gotten that list out, and I really wanted to in January, but I didn't, because CPM was garbage, and this is like my job now, and oh, that's so great, it's my job now, and apparently there's a new adpocalypse on the rise. Ooh, that's good, this is fun, that's fine, everything's fine. And no, I'm not including any High School Musical 2 in this freaking list, so please get that out of your head right now. There's not going to be any High School Musical 2 in this list, because this is a serious video, and even though High School Musical 2 is the greatest movie ever made that topples the charts every single year, sometimes you just can't include it. So please get that out of your head right now, right now. We're going to go for my top 10 movies, alright? And starting at 10, we got The Favorite. The Favorite is insane, dude. It's from this guy named Yorgos Lanthimos, who has made nothing but amazing films. He made The Lobster and Killing of a Sacred Deer and Dogtooth, all some of my favorite films of all time, especially The Lobster. If you haven't seen The Lobster, go watch that. But The Favorite is insanely fun. I say it's more of his more tame movies, because he makes some weird movies for some quirky individuals. But The Favorite is like a little more tame. It's more historical in a sense, even though it plays with historical fiction in a way to, you know, make its story a lot more entertaining. The soundtrack is insane. They use some of the most classical pieces to bring so much either creepiness or comedic effect to a lot of things, and it's so good. The acting is phenomenal. Emma Stone deserves an Oscar, so does Rachel Weisz. This is all three of the female leads are just the best. They are so good. All of them deserve an Oscar. They deserve just to get one Oscar and split it in 3 parts, because they each deserve a piece of that. And luckily this movie is nominated for an Oscar, so it better win something, bro. It better freaking win something. And then at number 9 we have Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds, this was bittersweet to me, because it's an amazing movie. It's incredible. It's very lovely, but it's also Anton Yelchin's last role, and that makes me sad, because that man was such a treasure. His career was just starting, and sadly he passed away from us. And that's really sad, man, because he was gonna be a great, phenomenal actor, and it shows in this movie. This man has so much range, and he had such a future, dude. Thoroughbreds is such a slow, creepy movie that works really, really well if you're watching it at like 1 AM. It's like that kind of movie where like it has like that kind of creepiness factor if you're watching it super late at night, and it just hits you in a certain way. If you do that, it just hits you in a certain way. The soundtrack, it can be a little slow at times, but when it's bumping, that shit is bumping, bro. It's bumping. The main leads are insane. The cinematography is insane. When the climax of the movie happens, you don't even see it, but yet you feel it in your heart. Like it is completely off screen, and you can only feel what's happening in the climax. And this just is something good, dude. It's something good. At number 8, we have 8th Grade, and no, that wasn't intentional. I did not put 8th Grade at number 8 because of 8s, I don't know. This is Bo Burnham's movie, and in high school, I first discovered Bo Burnham's stand-up comedy, and it freaking changed my life for the better. And watching this movie, it's so great to see how talented this man is in many different fields. This movie is the most authentic, personal feeling movie I have ever seen, and it cannot be closer to purposeful cringe than anything. There's no movie that can reach the level of cringe like this movie, because this movie is the embodiment of cringe. But, you know, of course, for a reason. It wants to give you that weird feeling that you had when you were in 8th grade, that terrible feeling. It wants to make you experience that again and see how far you've come from that. And that's really great to get into. And number 7, we have Hereditary. Hereditary is one of the few horror movies to actually scare the ever-living crap out of me in a very long time. I've never felt so many goosebumps while watching a movie. And there's this one scene near the end where I legit just grabbed my seat and almost started crying because of how terrifying it was. This is such a perfect horror movie in every sense of the word. A lot of people kept laughing at the horror scenes in the theater, and I can understand a lot of it was kinda comical, but in a comical sense that actually added to the horror to me. Like, if you look at it a certain way, it could be just funny, but If you look at it another way, the funniness like adds so much scariness because it's almost a little too real, like it could happen to you, and you're just like laughing off the pain. It's a good bad feeling. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but Hereditary is terrifying. Thank God this movie exists so I could scare myself once in a while. And number 6, we have A Star Is Born, dude. Seriously went under the radar, and I don't know how. These people talked about this movie for a week and they just stopped. How did they just stop talking about one of the greatest movies of all time? Because this movie is just perfect in the editing sense, directing sense, the soundtrack kills, the performances are godlike. Lady Gaga is amazing, and this is Bradley Cooper's first movie he's ever made, and he did so well. Like, this is the peak of someone's career, and this is the first movie he's made in his career. Like, what? Excuse you, sir? Can you lay off a little bit? And number five, we got Skate Kitchen, dude. I like skate movies. I like skate movies a lot. Skate culture is really enjoyable and gives me such a great feeling inside. And Skate Kitchen is one of those. It's such a poppy, bright, pink feeling movie that just makes you feel all warm inside. It's basically the girl version of mid-90s, but that doesn't change how much I kind of related to a lot of it. Simply just because of how the characters are written. The characters are written to be such, like, normal people. Everyone's just normal. I mean, except for Jaden Smith. It's Jaden Smith. What can I say? It's Jaden Smith, dude. But it's just nice to watch such a great, slow coming-of-age movie, especially about skating, dude. Especially in New York. Oh, I love that. Love that. And this director, man, she's made The Wolf Pack, which is one of my favorite documentaries of all time, and now she just made Skate Kitchen. Like, calm down, girl. What you doing? You killing the game. I see you. You coming over here, you killing the game. God. At number 4, we have mid-90s, man. Mid-90s. Watching mid-90s in the theater, I've never had such a different kind of feeling. Like, not, I guess it was happiness, but also just like calm. It was such a feeling of just walking out of a theater and just being like, everything's okay. I could fall down right now, but I'll get back up. And mid-90s is such a perfect coming-of-age movie that, I don't know, just hit me on a different level. Especially the performances from the main kid, Sammy, who's been in a bunch of the Yorgos movies. He did really good. A lot of people gave this movie a lot of crap, and I don't understand. Maybe I'm just not seeing it like they are, but this is a movie that just made me gave me hope, I guess. So it kind of hit me on a personal level, especially the skate culture. This is 90s skate culture at its finest. It is literally nostalgia, the movie, and I invented nostalgia. I would know a thing or two about nostalgia. So go check this movie out, please. And number 3. Of course I had to be on the list. You cannot make a 2018 best movies of the year list and not include this. We have freaking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This was a movie that just made me happy walking out of the theater. You know when you're watching an animated movie and you just want to look into every corner and crevice of every detail that they've put on screen, then you know they've made a good movie. And even the story-wise, it's just a fresh new take on the Spider-Man character, and story-wise it's just so vibrant and happy, and even when it's not happy, it's still like colorful and gorgeous, and oh my god, this is a good movie. And the soundtrack's a little cheesy, little over the top with the cheesiness, but it kind of fits with the character, kind of fits with the world and the aesthetic and the style. It made me happy, especially Sunflower. Oh, that's a banger right there. A sunflower. Step by ya. Oh, so good. So good. And number 2, we have Sorry to Bother You. That rhymed and I didn't mean it to. Sorry to Bother You is a weird movie. I did not expect it to be this weird when I was going into it, and boy am I glad I saw it. This is a movie that doesn't give a crap about anyone's preconceived notions of what a movie should be. Because it will just take all twists and turns and turn it into anything it wants to be, and it's quirky, dude. It's a quirky movie, and I enjoy it. I love it. It makes me happy. It's such a weird movie, dude. Stephen Young is in it. And this man, thank God this man got killed on The Walking Dead. Thank God they killed Glenn because his acting career is going off the charts right now. He is going off the charts. God, good for him. Good for him, dog. At number one, at number one, we have Blindspotting, the most underrated movie of the last 10 years. This movie cannot be more under the radar for everybody. Blindspotting is just one of my favorite movies of all time now. It stars David Diggs from Hamilton, man, and he is such a great actor. And then it introduces Raphael, I can't even say it, I'm sorry. It introduces Raphael, and if this is his first role ever, this man has a bright future. Bright future. This movie is about friendship, this movie is about race relations, this movie is about just internal conflicts and everything. It's funny, it's smart, it's dramatic, everything about it is absolutely phenomenal, man. And it's also the first movie of this director. Like, what is with everybody in 2018 and making their first movie like the greatest movie of all time? What's going on with you guys? Stop it. Slow down, man. Slow down. Please, I beg of you, no matter who you are right now, I don't care if you're a 90-year-old old lady, I don't care if you're a 4-year-old guy that plays Fortnite, watch Blindspotting, please. Please watch Blindspotting. It's such a perfect movie. It just makes me happy, dude. It just makes me really happy. And that's my top 10 list. Was that chill enough for you? Was that chill? Did you need more snapping in the background? How about more snapping? You need that? How's that? You guys are wondering what my favorite shows of last year were. Well, I didn't really watch that many shows, but I guess I would say Daredevil Season 3, Mr. Robot Season 3, and Kidding. Kidding was incredible. Also, The Good Place. The Good Place is just vibrant and happy and makes me feel really good. And yeah, that's the 2018 video list thingy-majig. I just kept bugging me in the back of my brain. I just wanted to get this out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If not, boy, that would make me sad. But stick around for the next one, because the next one's gonna be a special one on this thing. You know this thing? You know this thing right here? You know what I'm talking about. I'm making a video on that. I'm making a video on frickin' this, dude. Stay tuned. Also follow me on Twitch if you want to see me play Viva Pinata all day, every day, forever and ever. Laters.